Iran's a state sponsor of terrorism.
This radical regime spread death, destruction, and chaos.
Iran has been running negative headlines for as long as I can remember. From protests against the West to supporting terrorism. I'd have to be completely out of my mind to travel there, right? If I have to believe Western media, Iran can be an unsafe and hostile place. I'm curious to see if there's another side.
Have a good time, sir.
Thank you. During lunch, I start talking to the girl at the table next to me and immediately get into an interesting conversation on how the West sees Iran. So, which are the myths you think should be really debunked?
I would say that Iranian people are poor, we are westernized. So that mentality of Iranian people being restricted even behind closed doors, that doesn't exist at all. Tehran in particular is not what the media depicts, because like I'm wearing a headscarf right now, but it's just the norm formalities.
Like when the doors close?
Oh, absolutely. It's like when it turns night, behind closed doors, there are no restrictions whatsoever. We drink like the Western people, we party like the Western people.
This conversation got me thinking. The media seems to show just one side of Iran. Then I spot a group of people, fully covered in tattoos, some with dreadlocks and all with dyed hair. When I take their picture, the girls take their headscarves off. In public. I'm surprised. I thought you could get arrested if the police spot you like this. We move on. In traffic, we encounter a lot of women behind the wheel. In my view of Iran, this wouldn't be possible, so I guess I was wrong. Maybe our idea of Iran is just far from what reality is on the ground. Earlier that day, we got invited by Massa and her husband, a couple who are both working in the finance industry and live a busy city life in Tehran. You have to like that type of life to live it, otherwise I think you go crazy.
Somehow we nag about it, the pollution, the traffic, and how bad it is, and it's better to live in some place quiet, with a river or seaside. We can go sailing in smaller cities around the country. The life is somehow different.
While her husband is making tea and doing dishes, Massa and I keep talking. I'm surprised by the setting. In my view of the regional culture, I'd assume the woman would act as an hostess, while the man would do the talking. But in this relationship, Massa seems the talkative one, while her husband doesn't mind cleaning up. For dessert, it's saffron ice cream. And let's not forget a picture before we head off. Really nice, really friendly, open-minded people. It's really surprising how open they are and how they look at the world and welcome other people and understand other people and make lovely food.
It would result in far more American troops being killed and injured, cause great suffering for the Iranian people and others in the region. It would exacerbate the refugee crisis in Europe and risk direct U.S. conflict with Russia, conflict that could easily lead to nuclear war. So join me in sending a strong message to Donald Trump. The U.S. must not go to war with Iran.